Hi, my name is Clary, and today it's gonna be a very special video. I've never done this type of video before, just because I've been in a kick lately of getting more makeup. I don't know why, maybe because of end of the seasons, there's a lot of sales. People try to get rid of their holiday makeup collections, and in a way, I want those items. And it could be also because I have a bum in my life right now and I'm not suddenly very happy. I'm not suddenly very confident with what I'm gonna do next. So I feel like, oh, if I could just like patch it up with some new makeup, it would be nice. But I'm not gonna do any of that because I know that's very unhealthy. I bought a lot of makeup in 2024 and I don't want that to be the main phenomenon in the new year for me. So today I figured that I should pick some makeup items in my collection and try to test them out as if they are new makeup. In fact, some of them, without doing it, I would never know that some of them are actually new makeup because I don't know, I've been very kind of like vulnerable with my needs at the moment. So I just like, oh, I want more makeup because it feels like I need them. Like I need something new and something certain in my life that I can find excitement from, I can find entertainment from, I can feel like I'm safe in those spaces without acknowledging that I have plenty of them. They have already used. That's the only problem with my current makeup collection, that there's no newness quality in them. But I'm pulling out some items in my collection. Some of them I have used, some of them I have not used or have not featured in my channel before. So I was like, oh, let's pretend that we have a full face of new makeup just to quench that's thirsting me of getting someone new makeup, because it feels like that's the only thing that could make me feel a little bit relieved at the moment. But it's not true, and I want to do this video as a reminder that it's not true. There's so many other beautiful things in my life that doesn't require me to pour more items, more objects into my collection. I'm gonna start off with this BB cream. This is the Hanmeryeo. Hanmeryeo is a Korean brand. I got this one as a gift with purchase. It's a BB cream, also a sunscreen. Like the full name of this is Hanmeryeo Powder Perfection Sun BB Cream with SPF 50 plus, PA4 plus, whitening and anti-wrinkle. I got this one as a gift with purchase. That's why I couldn't quite think of using it as a product that I want to test out, you know, like because I didn't really want it at the first place, so why wouldn't I want to get out of my way to use it? But this is a very good chance for me to test out a BB cream because I have been using this one. This is the D-Class Illuminating Supple Blemish Cream. This is also a BB cream, a very sheer moisturizing sunscreen, and it's tinted as well, so I've been using it as a BB cream or as a foundation. I'm almost out of it, and part of it is that I want to find a replacement for this one, and a result is that I want to purchase something. I want to place an order on Beauty Amora, which is a retail of K-Beauty and C-Beauty brand in Australia. They have their Australian warehouse, so everything is shipped from Australia. So that's why I feel like maybe I would want to get something from that side, just, you know, like to find a replacement for this phenomenal BB cream. But now that I have this one, I don't like the claim of it. That's why I don't want to like actually try it. Whitening and anti-wrinkle. Maybe I should start applying it and start to talk about why I feel like, to me, the claims of anti-wrinkle, also whitening, are so problematic. I'll give it a shake first. And it doesn't have like a shade on it, so I assume that they have the thing in mind that it would be universal for like Asian skin tone, because it's a product that is sold in Korea. The color is like this, so it has this like gray cool tone look, but I feel like when you blend it out, in a way, hopefully it's not too dark or light for my skin tone. The look of it remind me of the product. It remind me a lot of this one. Like when you screen it out, it does look a bit grayish like this, but it's a bit sheer. It's very thin. It's like a tinted moisturizer. It's gonna blend to your skin pretty easily. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. In Asia, we have this craze for like a white skin. Like it's not just pale, it's not just fair. Like we want our complexion to be white. And we do a lot of things. Like we try so many ways just to have that fair complexion. And we find it very desirable and admirable if anyone could achieve that kind of look. And it haunted me in the past to put myself in a forced position to accomplish that look, even though I know that's so problematic, but because it's so hype, it's a status code as well. So like if you have fair skin, it means that you are wealthy, you don't have to work, you don't even have to go outside during any labor. And that's why it's not just a look, it's everything about your identity that in a way you should change, or like you should achieve it by pretending that, oh, now you are a different person just because you have a fair complexion. And I find it so annoying. I am Vietnamese and my skin has a sun yellow undertone. So even at the fairest, my skin would look like it's just like light medium, maybe light with yellow to neutral undertone. And that's a thing that when it comes to makeup, a lot of people don't understand that you are different. And because you have different undertone, your skin tone would be slightly off if you don't find a correct foundation to use on your skin. And a lot of people think, oh, the fairest complexion is like a pale, ghostly, probably doesn't have the nuance of like peach or pink or olive undertones, would be so perfect. Therefore, a lot of makeup looks in maybe the circle that I know in Vietnam are just the same because they want the same fairest complexion. They even adjust your photos to look like you are even paler, and you have flawless skin. And then I don't see the shade match. Like this BB cream, I feel like it's quite pale for me. I can tell like the complexions on my, I don't think it's a bad shade match though. Like it still look like convincing, you know? I think the undertone is wrong. So the undertone of the BB cream is, I would say, a neutral olive. I have a yellow neutral undertone. That's why it does lean a little bit grayish olive on my face compared to what's going on my neck. Like there's a discrepancy. I think the shade match is quite okay. It's just the undertone is quite wrong. And I didn't expect this BB cream to have this much of coverage. Like I would just think it's something like this blemish cream. Like this blemish cream is like a true tinted moisturizer. Like it's very sheer, it doesn't have a coverage at all, but there's a healthy tint in very flattering. It evens your skin tone out. But with this one, I feel like it has a little bit of a coverage. So that's why the shade match does annoy me a little bit. But I don't think I can go back. Like the finish is quite nice. It has this like nice natural finish, leaning a little bit matte. I would expect this kind of product to be a bit dewy, but I don't feel mad about the fact that it's leaning matte right now. Oh, I don't have any new concealer, so I'm gonna use this Gogo Soft Moist Pocket Concealer. There are like 3 shades in this one. There's a darker one, like a yellowish one, and there's a peachy one. The middle one is more of my true concealer shade, but it's quite light, so I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of a darker shade, just to like shade match me as much as possible. And I don't know if you feel that way, or have you been involving into the conversations of having a lighter skin tone in Asia? But it's just annoying that we don't have any individualistic view of the world. Like everything has to be set as a certain standard and everybody should follow it. Like, and if you fall anywhere between or outside of that range, you are considered to be like lower class. Geez, I'm not doing a very good job at fixing the complexion and shade match issue. I feel like I'm getting paler and paler. Oh, okay. Okay. We'll figure it out. Like, oh, I might have to put on a lot of bronzer, but I do look very pale. But I like the finish. Like, as much as I hate the shade match, I feel like the finish is really nice. Like this one, like I said, it's matte. And the concealer, because I'm blending it in a smoother, more matte canvas, I don't feel like it's as dewy as it usually is. But I'll need to check. Like I need to have a closer look at like how much bronzer should I apply. I will very quickly do my eyebrows and I'm gonna go back. I will not set my face with any powder because like in a way I feel like my face is very sad. Like I started to think differently about this BB cream, just the shade match. Like maybe I should mix it with a concealer. Like I don't have any active foundations in my collections. I don't really use foundations at all, but I feel like I'm quite confident just to set my face with some, not like set, just to use some powders directly on my face without worrying that everything would be moving or like look at my face right now. I definitely need a lot of bronzer. I'm just using my butter bronzer from Physician Formula. I had this one for so long and I hit pan on it and then I broke the pan, like I shattered the pan and then I repressed it, and ever since I haven't quite gone back to using this one. But it has always been and it will be one of my favorite bronzer. I feel like the finish is very natural. The actual bronzer is not pigmented at all. It has this very subtle glow that I enjoy. Like it's to me still a matte bronzer, but the glow is very subtle. That makes it very flattering. I don't like a shimmer bronzer because most of the time they just put gold glitter in it and it's just odd. But this one is actually healthy, glowy in a good way. I think part of me not wanting to let myself loose and just let myself buy anything is that I believe there are some rewards in resisting yourself, like having a little bit of self-control, stopping yourself from buying things for you. Like along the way, you might find something that could make you feel very happy without getting you things. Like, you know, the process of getting things would give you so much joy, and then you're waiting for the parcel to arrive, but then you open it, you use it for a couple of times, and then that's it. You will move on to the next state of wanting to get more things. And I think that's very wasteful, that's very unhealthy, but it's just easy if you have the finance to fund that lifestyle, to fund that behavior. It can be very easy. But I don't want that. I don't want that to happen to me. I know that I have more meaningful things in my life that doesn't at all require me to get out of my way and buy things. And I want to do better. I think I've used this Kaja a Bento blush and bronzer before. Like, it's a trio with a blush, a highlighter, and a bronzer. I've used it before on camera, but I haven't quite tested all three products. So I'm gonna quickly apply the blush and the highlighter, like, because I already have bronzer on. But this blush, it's okay, but I feel like it has a lot of visible glitter particle in it. So I tried it once or twice and found it quite annoying to work with. Like, I don't know how much glitter I'm gonna get. So this time I'm gonna tap it at the back of my hand. And sometimes it's helped because, like, when you tap it, you dust away some of the glitter. And what's left on the brush is just the fine powder. It's actually not bad. It's just the color, it's just not the neutral mauvey, a little bit cool toned kind of blush that I want. But when I get a trio, I think I would want something a bit convenient, something that's 3-in-1. I can bring it travel with me. I don't travel a lot, but I'm gonna do 5-fold in the next few months. So it's not like I could pack a makeup bag and then I would eventually use them when I'm on site, because I'm gonna work at a night site, and I don't think that I would have the time of the day to do my makeup before I get to work, because that's gonna be 12-hour shift and we will start at 6 in the morning. I understand that lifestyle, but just to add to the fun of it, I want to bring a makeup bag just in case I want to do something very quick in the morning. I want to apply blushing, some highlighters, some bronzer someday. You know, I want to feel like I'm alive while I'm on site. I'm going to use maybe the other side of the brush to pick up some highlighter. It's very blinding. This highlighter is so intense. I want to be like intense today. Like, I don't want to be like natural, subtle, a bit more mindful, a bit more intentional. I want to go full on today, because it turns out just to get your look to be as natural, to be as minimalistic but still realistic as possible, that's gonna take you way longer than just going in with the colors. Like, I figured it out like a few days ago, because I tried to do this realistic no makeup the best version of myself kind of a makeup look. It took me 50 minutes, and I do want to finish this look in like maybe 20 minutes, I will master the method of doing that look someday, of the realistic, the best version of myself makeup look. And I hope that it can reduce the amount of time that I should put in to finish it. Ironically, I actually have a brand new eyeshadow palette with me. I haven't used it at all, and I still have the plastic seal on it. It's like it has never been touched. This is the BH Cosmetic Tokyo palette, Trendy in Tokyo. I got this palette around the same time I got the Blueberry Muffin palette, also the Passion in Paris palette, also the Do Not Disturb. Like, I got a bunch of BH Cosmetics palette when they have their final sales before or after, around the time they declared the bankruptcy. So I got a bunch of them on clearance. I tried the other 3 palettes, but have not touched this one. For the longest time, I couldn't quite think of an occasion to open this palette because I don't think of myself as a colorful lover anymore. This palette is a rainbow palette. But today's the day. I want something new. I want to test out something new. I want to do something out of ordinary for me. I'm going to do a yellow look. I'm going to do the simple one. I'm going to start off with some brown. This is the Rust palette from Maronj Cosmetics. I think I'm going to use this shade right here called Classic. It's a beige shade with a warm undertone. I just want to use it to blend out my crease a little bit. And then I will apply one of the yellow shade on my eyelid. In that BH Tokyo palette, there's no transition shade. There's no like light and neutral shade for me to use as a transition shade. So I'm gonna use this shade instead. There's 2 yellow shades in this palette, but I think they are quite the same. This one is a bit paler. It has a greenish undertone. This one is more like a true yellow. I will go for the lighter shade. I don't know. I just want to use it as a matte all over my eyelid. Okay, it's very unlike me. This is so strange, but it's good to be a little bit strange today. Like, I just want to do my makeup. But I think just to salvage the situations a little bit, I'm gonna apply a brown shade. So as I'm holding this palette, I'm gonna dip into this shade. It's called Rubbish. Okay. It's a brown, like a mid-tone brown with a, I would say, like a khaki green yellow undertones, like a mucky. Yeah, it's mustardy undertone or something. And that includes a little bit of brown, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of green. So I think it will make this look more, you know, believable, like more like it's done intentionally. Like right now it does look like an accident. Yeah, totally instantly made a difference. Oh, I like it. No, I don't hate it. That's so strange. I don't understand why people keep saying like eyeshadow is out, especially eyeshadow palettes. They are all out, and makeup is so boring. Like, I think I saw a video earlier today that makeup is also out because now we have plastic surgery. We don't need makeup anymore. But you cannot take away the fun of doing makeup. And that fun to me is the capability of want to explore all schemes of color. Like you can manipulate sun depth, like these two color, one is leaning brown, one is leaning yellow, but the essential part is quite the same. And now you blend them together and the look is quite intentional. And I like the colorfulness of makeup. And I think you will never be able to get it just from plastic surgery alone, like just from your natural self. Like if you want to look better, I guess there are ways for you to, yeah, to do some things, to go through some procedures to make you actually become a better looking person. But with makeup, you can look like a different version of yourself just by changing the color palette on your face, and that, I think it's just fun. I also have this like eyeliner. It's a kind of beigey, salmony skin tone kind of color, and I got it as a gift as well. But I've never have this color as an eyeliner, so I want to use it to tightline my under eyes. It has a little bit of shine in it. It's quite nice. I've never had like a pale orange, like a beigey eyeliner before to use it on my waterline, because I mean in general, like I don't find it lasts too long because I have very watery under eye, and usually this part would be very like teary, so it would never be an essential part in my makeup routine. So I never actually try to purchase an item to use it for the specific reasons. And a lot of people, they still do this very bright, very wide waterline because it's open steroid. But now I have it. It's just good that I have a product like this and I didn't have to spend money for it. I think it does open my eyes a little bit, but because my eyes, they are Asian, I have typical Asian eyes with this fold. Like, there's a specific name for this fold. My boyfriend told me, like, my boyfriend, he's white Caucasian, so like he has this specific kind of distinctions between Asian eyes and white people eyes, and he knew the specific name for this fold that's only Asian, or like a lot of Asians have. I forget it, but because of my small Asian eyes, I feel like, oh, my eyes look a bit lifted. It does look a bit, sparkly, a little bit more attention focused, but I don't think it would make a difference in terms of like, oh, it makes up my eyes actually look a little bit bigger. And finally, I just want to do a sheer glossy lip because this eye look and this complexions is quite a lot. I have this Rom&nd Glasting water gloss in the shade number 2, Night Marine. I've used it a couple of times, but I still keep it in the packaging, so I guess I can pretend it's a new product. It's very clear on the lips, but it does look like it has this, starry night, like sparkly grayish purple look to it, which is very cool. I like the name, like Night Marine. It has this minty feeling, pretty cool. And yeah, like on the lips, barely any color at all, but it's very shiny, very glossy, a little bit plumbing, like I said, because of the minty, tingly sensation. Overall, a very nice product, and I haven't formed my thought around this product because like I have so many lip products at the moment with me. They're all new. I don't even have a chance to get into the point of fully, thoroughly test this product. So I think not with just this lip gloss, I think with every single product that I tried today, I think I'm a bit guilty of not letting myself test them to the fullest, to the most comprehensive way, so that I know that, oh, there are so many more products that I already have in my collections that I have been neglecting. And that's very toxic. I think that's my most toxic trait when it comes to using and collecting makeup, and I hope I can change a little bit of that in the future. But I hope you enjoy this video. Once again, I'm Cloudy, and hopefully we see each other again. Bye.